Welcome back to Same Right Fashion Academy YouTube channel for another interesting tutorial. So today's tutorial will be making this cape. So I will show you how to go about the drafting of this cape. This is my front bodice pattern. Of course, you know how to make your basic bodice pattern, and if you don't know, we have a detailed video on this class on this channel on how to make a basic bodice pattern. So this is my back pattern. So you need your front and back pattern for the drafting of this particular cape dress. So to begin this cape dress, the first thing I want to do now is to determine my bust radius. So this is an off-shoulder cape dress. So my bust radius, you can see me rotating the difference between bust point and under bust point. So I'm taking them all around, okay? So I'm just building it all around like this, like that, to determine my neckline. So here is my center front, and this particular cape, I'm going to build it 1 inch. That is, the neckline is going to come up 1 inch. It all depends on you. You can do 1.5, okay? So we can do 1.5. And we are going to connect this cape. We are connecting this cape at 1/2 inch, okay? From the tip of the shoulder, 1/2 inch. That is what we are using to build this neckline. So this is my neckline for the cape. So it depends on how you want the neckline to be. So if you want it to, be a sharp V, you can do that. But I just placed it on the curvy part of it. So this is my neckline. So you can see how we built the neckline. So this particular cape on the thumbnail, we are using a princess dart for it, as it is right there on the thumbnail. So I've divided my armhole, and this is my midpoint. I'll come down by 1 inch for my princess dart. So I'll just go ahead and create my princess dart. So this is my princess dart. I will move from here to here and come out by 0.75 or 1/2 inch and reconnect. So once I've done that, the next thing is to contour the under bust. The under bust from the center front, divide by 4. Whatever you have, whatever remaining here, I'll be putting 0.25 and the rest of it here. So once I do that, I have my under bust contour line. So this is my under bust, and I'm contouring it right away. So I just go ahead and connect what I have right here back to my dart leg. So this is what I have right now, and we are done with the front pattern. So the back pattern, I'm going to go ahead with the back pattern. So the back pattern, I'll also determine the depth of my back pattern. So from my chest line, I can just make it a little higher by 2 inches, and I'll still come down here by 1/2 inch. So it has to be equal for right and left. So once that is done by 1/2 inch, I'll just go ahead and connect. So the back does not actually have much problem. It's going to have a zipper right there, and if you need a dart, you'll be using your waist circumference divided by 2 to form your dart. So my waist is waist circumference divided by 4, then divide by 2. My waist is 36, divide by 2 is 9, divide by 2 again is 4.5. So from the center front line, I'll be creating my dart. That is if you need a dart. So your dart will stop 1 inch away your chest line, and I'm using 0.75 inch of dart. Okay, so that is if you want a dart, fine. If you don't want, you can leave it plain. It's also okay. So I'm leaving it plain like that. So the most important thing is the drafting of the cape. So now the cape, we are going to build a strap that will carry this cape around the shoulder. So for you to build this strap on this dress, we are going to first of all take the measurement of our round shoulder. So placing your tape around your just as you make your armhole, your off shoulder, you need to take your tape around your shoulder where you want this dress to sit. So this dress is sitting right on the tip of my shoulder, right on the tip of my shoulder. So I'm using 40 inches as my round shoulder measurement. So this round shoulder measurement of 40 inches right now, I'm going to do some calculation to know how much I'm going to expand or extend my strap. So from here, I will measure to my center front, that is my shoulder, and the same thing. So my shoulder is 7.5, that is half of my shoulder is 7.5, and the same for the front, so times 4, because I'm working on a quarter. So to have it as a complete body, you times by 4. So times 4 will give us 30. So I'll come in here and minus 40 from 30. So once I minus, I will be having 10. So for the strap on a quarter, divide by 4 will give me 2.5. So I'll just extend this line from here now. This is what I do. I'll extend this line, okay? So once that line is extended, I'll just go ahead and measure 2.5. So yours might not be 2.5. Please take note. Your own might not be 2.5. Please ensure you make use of what your own strap is according to the measurement of your round shoulder. So right here and then, I'm going to use my protractor. If you actually know how to use your protractor, so I love to use my protractor so I'll be able to square my line, accordingly. But if you wish to go by squaring it the way you want, if you can get the 90 degrees, okay, is okay if you have it exactly at 90 degrees. So the strap I'm using here, I'm using 2 inches width of strap. So this 2 inches width of strap, I'll just do this. So I'm connecting it back to my armhole. So when I'm cutting, I'm going to cut this strap according to the way it appears right here, and I'll join the strap together and take note of them. We'll join them back to the sleeve, to the bodies before we build our cape. So I'll go this way also. You can see how I'm keeping mine. That is the extension of the strap. So I'll also measure 2.5. This is my 2.5, and with my protractor, I'll also place my protractor here. So once I place my protractor, so this is it. I've squared this line at 90 degrees. So the width of my strap remains 2 inches. 2 inches. So these 2 inches, I'll just go ahead and connect it straight to that point. So that is what I'm using as my strap. So next I'm going to do is to cut out what we have on this pattern so we'll be able to build our cape. So I want to do this, okay? Before building the cape, I want to just cut the shape of the dress. So later I will separate my pattern the way I want to separate them. So this is what I mean. I'm cutting everything together, including the strap that will carry the cape. So I'll just go ahead and cut the back from the back contour line. Then I'll cut into my the depth of my dress. So the depth of your neckline depends on you, like I earlier said. So if you want it higher, you can do that. Okay, so Okay, so there's something I wanted to, talk about right here. So since we are having a strap, remember this is an off shoulder. Please don't forget to reconstruct your off shoulder armhole line. Your off shoulder armhole line is supposed to go this way. Okay, so this is how I create my off shoulder. It's always slanted, it doesn't go in. So if you don't slant it this way, you will see your armpits being exposed, and that will not be fine. So what does that mean for us for this front part? That means we are going to do what? Extend our princess dart and then come out a little bit by 0.5 and then reconnect for bust accommodation. Please take note of that. So the same thing is supposed to also happen to this. Okay, so before you cut, please do that. All right, so believing you understood my explanation, I'm going to cut my pattern. Okay, following the new armhole. So this is the new armhole line and the accommodation for it. I'll just go this way, and then finally I will come over here for my neck line. Then this is the center front dress. So before I go ahead to detach or to cut off and close up my bust dart, I'll bring in my the two patterns. Okay, so we are building our cape right on this neckline. We are building it right on this neckline. So I'll bring a fresh pattern paper and place this, then show you how to build your cape